The richness and diversity of human creation, manifestations of genius and result of fertile polarity of cultures. A heritage to be protected and reaffirmed as an invaluable resource and a source of inspiration for building a shared future in the name of tolerance, peace and prosperity. This is the spirit underlying the cooperation process begun in Mostar in 2004 with the first ministerial conference on cultural heritage in southeastern Europe, and continued with the meetings in Venice, Ohrid, Zadar, Bucharest and Cetinje. Based on the principles and objectives set forth by the ministerial conferences, the project, Cultural Heritage, A Bridge Towards a Shared Future, was launched in 2005 in order to support the safeguarding and promotion of cultural heritage in southeastern Europe, intended as a shared resource for fostering dialogue and sustainable development. Generously financed by the Italian government and realized by the UNESCO Venice office, the project allowed for the implementation of numerous activities in close cooperation with the ministries of culture of southeastern European countries, and inspired by the principles underlying the specific mandate assigned to UNESCO. Diversity. Respect for cultural diversity in all its forms and manifestations as an integral part of human heritage. Dialogue. Affirmation of culture as a privileged place of interaction and acceptance of others in their specificity, instrument of peace and mutual understanding. Development. Protection and promotion of cultural heritage as a key resource to a sustainable social, economic and human development. Upon this basis, numerous activities were realized during the last 5 years at both national and regional level. Albania has an exceptionally rich archaeological heritage which must be carefully preserved and introduced to an increasingly wider public. These are the objectives underlining the realization of the archaeological map of Albania, a unique reference book which highlights the country's archaeological sites from prehistory to antiquity. Project activities in Albania also supported the organization of training courses at the Center for Restoration of Monuments in Tirana, established in 2007 thanks to another project supported by the Italian Development Cooperation and managed by the UNESCO Venice office. The magic of craftwork lies in transforming an intangible heritage of know-how into items of exceptional beauty. In order to promote this heritage, the book, Traditional Arts and Crafts in Bosnia and Herzegovina, presents the best of Bosnian craft production with more than 170 pictures, showing how the coexistence of different cultures can enrich a whole community. Project activities in Bosnia and Herzegovina included the support of the rehabilitation of 3 history museums related to the Second World War, as a memory shared by all cultural groups and nationalities composing the country. The Thracians played a crucial role in the historical and cultural development of Southeast Europe. Project activities in Bulgaria focused on the promotion of the Thracian archaeological heritage, with the realization of a permanent exhibition at the National History Museum in Kazanlak, the production of promotional material, and the organization of a second exhibition at Museum of Kabile, ancient capital of the Thracian kings, in the district of Yambol. Final aim of the initiative is to contribute to the creation of a cultural tourism corridor along the Thracian sites, which may serve as a model for the development of similar routes in Bulgaria and in the neighboring countries. The International Center for Underwater Archaeology, ICUA, in Zadar, established in 2007, is an independent institution funded by the Republic of Croatia and recognized by UNESCO with a specific mandate about research, conservation and restoration of underwater cultural heritage. Project activities in Croatia focused on supporting ICUA as a regional center of excellence, thereby enhancing the center's international dimension with respect to capacity building and the dissemination of knowledge in Southeastern Europe and the wider Mediterranean region. From the Bronze Age to the Macedonian and Roman periods, down to monuments of Christian origin and the legacies of the Ottoman Empire, the beauty and universal value of the Macedonian cultural heritage was the focus of the 4 historical artistic publications realized under the project, with original texts and photos as a testimony of the continuity and diversity of the country's material and spiritual culture. Activities in this country also encompass the support of the Kruševo Ethno-Town Festival as a best practice in promoting local cultural heritage as leverage for safeguarding cultural diversity and developing sustainable tourism. The development of institutional and professional capacities to ensure the effective safeguarding of cultural heritage in compliance with relevant European and international standards was the objective of the intervention realized in the Republic of Moldova. In particular, activities focused on supporting the establishment and capacity building of the agency for the inspection and restoration of monuments, by means of rehabilitating the historical building identified as the agency's seat and organizing ad hoc training seminars with international expertise. Project activities in Montenegro commenced with the realization of the first guidebook to all the country's museums and art collections. Published in 3 languages, Montenegrin, English and Italian, and continued with the support to the preparation of the management plan for the historical core of Cetinje, old capital of the Montenegrin Kingdom. On the basis of the management plan, the Montenegrin government already launched important development programs, as well as the preparation of the candidature for the inscription of Cetinje on the World Heritage List. Positive exploitation of a territory and its riches cannot neglect the preservation and promotion of local identities and cultural diversity. A pilot activity was launched in Romania for the promotion of sustainable and responsible cultural tourism in the region of Transylvania through the establishment of 4 information centers on local cultural heritage and the realization of promotional materials, books, websites and brochures. Interventions also included a wide set of cultural and educational activities with the strong involvement of the local communities. The medieval fortresses along the Danube in Serbia represent a distinctive feature of the Serbian cultural and historical heritage, whose safeguarding and promotion can offer a key resource in fostering sustainable development in the concerned territories. To this end, the project allowed the realization of a pilot activity including the preparation of a traveling exhibition and a website on the fortresses, the organization of 7 thematic workshops and 1 final conference involving all national and local stakeholders on the sustainable management of the fortresses and the development of cultural tourism. Besides the initiatives at the national level, the project also included activities on a regional and cross-border scale, starting with a pilot training course on communication of heritage. course, carried out under the scientific supervision of the IULM, University in Milan, aimed to build capacities of the Southeast European Ministries of Culture concerning public communication for the safeguarding and promotion of cultural heritage. Inspired by the concept of cultural heritage as a shared legacy and a platform for cross-border cooperation, the project also offered support for the presentation of a multinational candidature for the inscription of the medieval tombstones known as stečci on the World Heritage List. In particular, the project supported the relevant institutions in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Montenegro and Serbia in order to prepare the candidature files and to realize interventions for the conservation and restoration of the stones. Besides the results of the single activities during 5 years of common work, the project, Cultural Heritage, A Bridge Towards a Shared Future, greatly contributed to reinforce the regional cooperation process for the safeguarding and promotion of cultural heritage in Southeastern Europe, thus translating the spirit of Mostar into concrete achievements. By realizing pilot actions focused on the specific priorities of the targeted territories, the project showed how cultural heritage can be a formidable leverage for fostering sustainable development and reinforcing mutual respect, understanding and dialogue. Based on the good practices developed throughout the project and drawing on the strategic indications expressed by the ministerial conferences on cultural heritage in Southeastern Europe, the countries from the region are now called upon in order to further reinforce the regional cooperation process and steer it towards new and more ambitious goals, from the introduction of effective policies and international standards to the sharing of knowledge, the development of institutional and professional capacities, and the growth of a broader international awareness. UNESCO stands ready to support present and future cooperation efforts, but the success of this challenge lies in its main, indispensable source of energy: the passion and commitment of people who day after day, in all the countries of the region, work to safeguard and promote the beauty, wealth and diversity of cultural heritage in Southeastern Europe.